Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Does anybody else feel like it's a Monday? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, it's September the 1st, and I am super excited to connect with you. Welcome to our first of the month coaching call. My name is Pentecost, and I'm your Senior Vice President of Field Development, and I could not be more excited to unpack all the announcements that were made today, as well as how we can take that plan and go out and execute for the best results possible. So are you ready for that? Go ahead right now. Remember your rules of engagement. Share this on your group page. Tag your team members. If you're new with us, you know, I'm glad you're here. We meet together like this the first of every month to really take all the announcements that get made first thing this morning and how we're going to best attack those goals, right? And how we're going to execute them. I mean, we can have all the best laid plans in the world, but if we don't actually execute properly, then what's the point, right? And that's what I want to help you do today. By the way, as you're jumping on and introducing yourself, telling me where you're from and how long you've been with the business, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to write this down. Pastor Darius Daniels is doing a series right now called Unbreakable Faith. And Frenchie is gecko hunting right now. I have no idea what. Frenchie! She's not a gecko hunter, and I don't need her getting those germs. You know, Dr. Darius has a series out right now called Unbreakable Faith, and how to have unbreakable faith really comes down to our focus. And it was so good and just aligned really well with our plans for this year, and that is to make it a year of more, you know, more time with your kids or more freedom of time to be able to do the things you want to do when you want to do them, to have more adventures, to give more, to live more, to have more kindness and just space in your mind, right? To do the things that you want to do without just feeling so bogged down. Pay off more debt, have more in savings, and all the things, right? And so we want to live more, we want to give more, we want to save more, and we want to do more, that's for sure. So we didn't come this far to come this far, and I'll tell you what, it is going to require relentless focus to get through the end of this year. We got to focus to finish this year of more that we set out. Couple tools I want to tell you about in your back office so that you are aware of them being there. Number one, you have that race to Ruby, which is the steps to success. And it also kind of shows you all the money that is available for your new people that are joining for $24. By the way, I'm going to try to keep this as short and sweet as possible so you can keep maximizing that 24 hours. But if you're watching this live, drop me a number one. If you're catching the replay, drop me a number two. And by the time we are done together, I want to know if you're going Ruby or how many people you're teaching to go Ruby. And I love what Mark said earlier today. You know, if you sign one new person in the next 24 hours, then make sure they go Ruby. If you sign 10, help them go Ruby. That's really how you win and maximize every bit of the opportunity that's in front of you with the comp plan, going on a cab run, promoting yourself, grabbing that volume by building fat Rubies, right? At least 2,000 volume or higher to secure some of your own goals and promotions, because really, the foundation is paved with fat rubies for whatever goal that you have for yourself. So, you know, I've got some housekeeping I want to cover. Hopefully you watched the live with Mark this morning, so we don't need to go back and revisit just the announcements. And the breaking news should be updated in your e-suite to reflect all the things that were announced this morning on Mark's Live. But I do just want to reiterate a couple things before we get into the details of this month. The race to Ruby is updated in your e-suite. Also, there is your September game plan, and I believe it's already updated in French and Spanish. So take a look at that. It's called your September game plan. We're going to go through some of that, but really I don't want to do what you've already got in front of you. I want to use our time to really enhance the tools that you've been given. So, you know, one of the things I love most about this business is I was able to build this business according to my unique strengths and talents, you know. As a matter of fact, the more I honored who God made me to be, the more successful I became in this business. And not because who God made me to be is better than who he made you to be, but it's like the world doesn't need another Cami. They need you, right? And when you honor the gifts and the abilities that you've been given, then your results just bloom, they blossom, right? And so how do we further understand who we are and the gifts that we have? Well, number one, some of us were raised in homes where people constantly told us what we were good at. They constantly said that we could do and be anything we wanted to be. Maybe it wasn't in our home. Maybe it was a teacher or a coach or a mentor that we had growing up. And maybe you're sitting here today going, I didn't have any of that. Okay, well, if you didn't have any of that, it's not too late. You're not a victim. You can change your circumstances. You can find out what your unique gifts are, what your strengths are, and you can operate out of those, and you can build a massive business based on that, just the unique qualities that you've been given. Because I promise you, you can take those strengths, apply them in this business, and have massive success. I'm going to tell you what that looks like here in a minute, but I want to be that somebody for you. If you genuinely say, I do not have that person in my life, you guys, I'm telling you, I didn't know how strong I was. I didn't know that those unique gifts that God had given me could go so far to serve people well in this business, and in turn help me build a massive organization, which helped me reach my goals. But the domino effect of that is it helped others reach their goals too. And some of the things that I did right out of the gate is I took that Strength Finders 2.0 test. I got familiar with my Enneagram. If you've not done that, there are free tests out there to help you do that. And there's lots of podcasts that you can listen to learn about your Enneagram, but also all the Enneagrams, so that you can be more of an effective leader, calling out the strengths and unique talents of people within your own organization. And here's the cool thing. When you find out more about your unique strengths, it also helps to highlight your weaknesses. And I really believe that the more we operate out of our gifts and strengths, the more successful we're going to be. You're going to hear me say that over and over again. And it's interesting. It's not interesting. It's always a God thing when this happens. You guys, I'm not even kidding you. This morning I was reading 1 Kings 10, and I was reading it from the John Maxwell Bible, and it was talking about when we operate out of our strengths, 70% out of our strength, 25% is, we can work on building a new skill, but 5% out of our weakness. We spend far too much time looking at the weaknesses or what we don't have, and not enough time celebrating and working out of the unique skill set we do have. Why do we do that? Why do we always look at what we don't have instead of what we do have? Why do we want and look at others and wish that we could be like them when who we are is so flipping amazing? And again, I want to tell you, you are amazing. You were put on this earth for a purpose, on purpose, and you can use that unique set of gifts that only you have been given to build an incredibly successful business. Whether that success looks like $500 a month, $200 a month, $10,000 a month. We all have different goals, but you know what? I want you to know today that you can and you will be more than you ever thought possible. And I absolutely believe this business is the gift that you've been given to uncover that unique gift that you have. And it'll be a vehicle that, whether it's something you do part-time or something you dedicate full-time to, you can absolutely find the success that you long for. Okay? It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard work. But you know what? You'll be in this for yourself, but you won't be by yourself. And that's some of the coolest parts about what we get to do in this business. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please make sure you're doing so. If you aren't subscribed to my profile here on Facebook, make sure that you do. Every morning I go live and I just share a unique perspective, encouragement, a way to think about things that might be different than how you're used to thinking about things. And I promise you it'll boost the beginning of your day and help you get started off the right foot. So mark your calendar between 7:30 and 8:30 in the mornings. You can always catch the replay, but I do that every morning, Monday through Saturday, because Sunday's my Sabbath, and that's the day that I take off to rest. And you know why? Because then I can grind the rest of the 6 days, and I get my rest on the 7th, and I'm refueled and fired up to go at it again starting on that Monday. Hi, Carla Burns. I see you jumping on there. Lakeisha, good morning. Emily, hi. All right, so here's the deal. We can have the best made plans, but if we don't execute it, then we're not going to get results. And so I'm here to tell you that this is an incredible plan. These banquet bonuses heading into the end of the year, never has it been done before. How awesome is it that you can sign someone up today for $24, start their own home-based business, willable, sellable business for $24, and give them a path to not only earn an extra $300 bonus on top of the $650 bonuses of free products and fast start bonuses they can make right out of the gate, you know, when they follow our simple steps to success, what we're calling Race to Ruby. But also we can continue to build upon that for a goal of Diamond, which earns on average anywhere from, you know, $1,000 to $2,000 every month on average, that you can build upon that and earn an extra bonus. So with all that said, now is the time. I remember when I was early on in my coaching years, I was the assistant varsity coach at this time in my life, and the athletic director over the school at that time had a new mantra every year. And I'll never forget the year that it was TTIN. TTIN, the time is now. The time is now. And I am here to tell you, the time is now for you to take massive action. And here's the thing. Like, I'm really excited that some of you are more focused right now than you've been in the last week, month, several months, or even year. And while that's fine, I don't want you beating yourself up for anything up to this point. I do want to tell you this. If you build this business consistently, day in and day out, maybe it's not 10, 12 hours a day, but maybe it's 3 or 4 or 1 or 2 or 30 minutes a day, but you're consistent, the ripple effect of the results you'll get from that are far greater than you just being on fire one day out of a month, one day out of a week, being inconsistent. Your watchers, your followers are like, wait, is she doing that thing? Is he doing that thing? Or are they not doing that thing? I can't tell. They seem to be kind of wishy-washy. One day they want you to buy their skinny brew, and the next day, do they even drink coffee? You know what I'm saying? So we've got to be consistent with our actions, and that requires discipline. Why? Because right now, so many of us are working super hard for just a little bit of a return. But I'm here to tell you, when you give consistent activity day in and day out over time, you're going to get a massive return for the same amount of effort, or you're going to be able to put in less time and still get a massive return. I can promise you. Why? I saw it happen in my own life. I've watched it happen in countless lives of other people that I've had the unique opportunity to work with in this business. So, you guys, the game plan goal sheet for the month of September is all about honing in on your unique gifts, your unique strengths, you know, whether you're starting to understand what those strengths are so that you can operate out of them more fully, so you can be proud and more confident of who you are and the leader or the teammate that you're going to be. You know, that builds confidence. And the more you consistently are you know, doing the income producing activities, you guys, the more confident you're going to become. The more, I don't know, just not confident, but also just the more confident. Yes. What is the word I'm looking for? You won't feel so much out of your comfort zone. That's for sure. So this month we are starting a 30-day push group on the Race to VIP group. And so you're going to want to make sure you're part of that group. There is some questions you have to answer to be a part of it. There's also a group for our Spanish speakers called Sin Fronteras, and the field teams are running those groups, and we're going to be locking arms with leaders here in the company to help bring you fresh tasks every day, but also some tasks that are just, you know what? They're foundational, right? And so it might not seem sexy, but it's the stuff that helps it get it done, right? Because it's about consistency and the discipline over time. So I really want to encourage you to get to know who God made you to be better and take one of those tests. Maybe it's Enneagram, maybe it's getting the Strength Finders 2.0, maybe it's becoming a student of the color personalities in a big way. But the more you learn, the more you're going to own who you are. And as you do, you're going to, I don't know, you're just going to be more confident. People are going to be drawn to you because you are just in your element, I guess, is a really good way to say it. And so I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you are here right now. I'm proud that you're listening. I'm proud that you're saying, you know what? This hasn't been something I've been naturally good at, but I'm making a change. The only person that can make that change is you. You know, you've heard that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And I'll tell you what, we can give you the best plan in the world to have an incredible fourth quarter. But you know, no matter how good the huddle is, no matter how inspirational our talks are, you're the one that has to go out and execute it. And I'm here to tell you, you can do it. You can do it. Not everybody's going to want to do it with you, but that's not what you're worried about. You're focused on the ones that do. You're focused on the ones that are ready right now. Because the ones that are ready right now, they have an opportunity to do some very special things. And we're calling it banquet bonuses because the comp plan alone is amazing. But when we throw these additional bonuses out there, we want to teach you how to use those bonuses to have a savings or to pay down debt so you're not paying so much in interest with your loans or whatever, medical, school, you know, house loans. Even, you know, I've heard people say often, oh, house debt is good debt. No debt is good debt, you guys. No debt is good debt, and you sleep better in a house that's paid for because you don't have to worry about how that payment's going to be made the next month. Even if you're not worrying right now, we just don't know what life's going to throw at us, and so it's better to be prepared. And the best way that I can prepare you is to live debt free. It's to pay cash for things, and so that's why we're calling this a banquet bonus. So you can, you know, build your bank account, you can save, or you can pay off debt so that you can start saving. How about that? All right. We have a huge event coming up. It's the third session in our summer series, and that's going to happen in September towards the end of this month. It is happening on our new platform called Impact TV. By the way, we're starting our 21 Days of Impact, I believe on September the 10th, so you'll hear more about that soon. But make sure if you're not already taking advantage of that 45-day free membership of Impact TV, do that. The kids and I have been playing around with it. I'm super excited about, you know, and it's in its pre-launch stages, so there's going to be way more content being added to it, but I'm really looking forward to the 10 days or 21 Days of Impact that is launching a little bit later on this month. Also, if you bought a summer series ticket for August, while we use the platform of Impact TV for the event, the on-demand feature is in your e-suite. So you can go back there and catch all the on-demand footage, as well as any part of the main event that you didn't. And it is subtitled in English, French, and Spanish. So I love that we have the ability to offer that. All right, so Road to VIP group, you're all getting involved in that. Even if you are, you know, not new with us and you're in leadership, make sure you're part of that page. One of the things that I always was looking to do as a leader was work smarter, not harder. And if there's great income producing activities being delivered, I'm going to either take that and pass it along to my team, or I'm going to get my team involved in it so that I can help them in other ways that aren't being offered. So you've got $24 business kits for the next 24 hours in the US, 75% off in the other markets. We know that they have the whole month of September if they're new today, if they're new in September, to get a $300 extra bonus on top of all the other different ways to make some money right out of the gate. We know anybody not yet diamond has the ability to go diamond by the end of this month to earn that $8,000 banquet bonus. And anybody that joined in August, you still have your 3 calendar months from the date that you started to take advantage of that. And then I will just say, triple pres and ambassadors. Listen, y'all, you go triple pres or ambassador and you get that $25,000 bonus. And here's just what I want to say about this. I think when people say to me, well, can you give us like a time that it's going to end, or could you have given us more time? My statement to you is you should be working this business every day with urgency. You should be building this business every day with consistency and the discipline that it takes to build a home-based business, you know? And I recognize many of you are doing the kid thing, maybe the homeschooling thing, doing another job thing, all while you're trying to build this business. But you guys, if it were easy, everybody would do it. But it is worth it, and you can do it. I don't know if anybody's told you this lately. You are stronger than you think you are. You are more talented than you've given yourself credit for. And you have more inside you than maybe anybody has helped hold you accountable for. But that ends today, if you decide that that's what you would like to have happen. So I want you to put this affirmation on your mirror, on your screensaver. I'm gonna put it on my stories just to remind us all. But you know what? It should say, I am stronger than I think I am. I can do more and be more than I am right now. I am consistent. I build my business based on what I want, not on how I feel. I'm super consistent. I am a winner. People love to follow me. Do you see where I'm going here? What are those characteristics you're looking for in a future distributor? You have to be that person. So what is it? Is it somebody that is honest? I am honest. Is it somebody that is has integrity? I have integrity. I don't know, you guys, let's just talk about a non-networks business goal. Y'all, listen, I'm trying to lose another 20 pounds and I'm not where I want to be yet, but that doesn't mean I'm not fighting for it. That doesn't mean that I'm not looking at ways to become that much more effective in my efforts to lose weight, because I'm doing it. I am skinny, I am sexy, and I am 20 pounds lighter. How about that? So what affirmations are you telling yourself? Your words are either speaking life or they're speaking death. Are you counting yourself out before you're even beginning? It is a new day, and there is something so refreshing about starting new. I don't care what's happened to this point. And where's my diamonds and above? Where are my diamonds and above at right now? How many times you say to me recently, you know, I was on a run, the team was pushing so hard and we fell short, and I just don't know if I can keep pushing them that hard. What do you even mean? Is your team taking a Sabbath? Because if they're taking a Sabbath, they might be pushing hard. But you know what? Nobody said this was going to be easy. It is going to be a push. And while the timelines change sometimes of when we accomplish our goals, the goal doesn't change. The timeline does. But again, remember, if you're being consistent day in and day out, and you're disciplined to the goals that you've set for yourself, you're not going to be starting from ground zero. You're going to be building upon where you left off the month before. Are there going to be seasons of rebuilding? Absolutely. This is a business. That's part of what happens. Is there going to be unexpected things come up that you don't plan for? 100%. 100%. And it's not a matter of if it's going to happen, it's just how often it happens. And so again, you have to have relentless focus to finish this year based on what you want, not on how you feel. We don't know if the kids might come back home. We don't know if somebody's going to get sick. We don't know what tomorrow holds, but we can focus on today while making plans for tomorrow. That is what we can do. All right, so September event. We're about to start announcing and reaching out to people who are going to be highlighted for that event. And while you're waiting to find out who it is, let me give you some of the event descriptions. Can I do that for a minute? Again, this is all about money mindset. And it's really going to be about the comp plan and money mindset. So help yourself get more familiar with that comp plan. We're going to have, we're going to teach you the comp plan. So show me the money. We're really going to dive in deep and learn your why, help you uncover your why, especially if it's evolved and changed and you know you need a new one. For those of you that are brand spanking new, if you haven't determined your why yet, you will after you hear this part of our event. So make sure you have those tickets. Making money moves, how to make sample cash, coffee cash, best tips for boosting your income based on the various ways we pay. We're going to talk a lot about our philosophies on living debt free and different strategies for doing that. Mastering duplication. I mean, if you really want to see this comp plan pay you well, it's going to be because you have massive duplication happening within your organization. We're going to give you some simple strategies for that. Also, boosting month-end volume. I mean, who doesn't need that when you're trying to hit a big goal? As we talk about building fat rubies, we're all going to need it at the end of this month, so it'll be very timely. And then we're going to have a final huddle with Coach Mark. And you know what? He's going to have a panel of his own. And myself, Pam Souter, your Chief Networking Officer, Mike Patillo, your Chief Sales Officer, we're going to be on that panel with him, closing out the event, and we will be announcing conference tickets for 2021. So make sure, whether it's a watch party, you're watching it on your own, that you've blocked off that event in September to be a part of our third and final summer series. And those of you that get the Plus Pass, Mark and Cindy are doing a private Q&A with those Plus Pass holders, so that's going to be awesome. All right, print off your September game plan. Make sure you read through it. Make sure you put your goals right there on paper so you can track it. And, step one, get your one customer, one distributor. Go for your steps to success, right? 6 customers, 3 team members. And there's no reason you don't knock out those team members and then some within the next 24 hours, right? Because you can join It Works for $24. And then you can set yourself on a path to earning several $100s and even thousands of dollars based on what you're deciding to do with the plan that we have in place. So remember, we can have the greatest plan, but you've got to go out there and execute it. And you can do that. You can. Maybe people haven't told you that a lot or at all, but I'm here to tell you that you can. And when you start to feel those waves of doubt, reach out and allow others right here in your It Works family to tell you what you can and you will do if you stay consistent and you have the discipline to build this business based on what you want, not just how you feel in the moment or the day of or the results you're seeing, right? But that you're building because of what you want. All right, you guys, I am super excited. This is going to be an incredible month. We do have a holiday here in the U.S. just around the corner. Again, remember, you got to focus to finish, and that means you have got to. It's easy to focus when, the kids are in school and everything's going according to plan. It's not so easy to focus when there's some curveballs thrown your way. And I'm just here to tell you, if you think you've seen some curveballs this year, we're not done. We're not done. And so how are you going to be focused to finish this year of more that we started in 2020? You can do this. I know you can, and I'm rooting for you. All right, don't forget to join me for the coffee chats in the morning if you need that morning boost. And those of you maybe dreaming, it's the first time you've ever done anything like this, I want to encourage you to read The Dream Giver. Learn about the 7 stages of setting a dream and making a dream a reality. And this book will blow your mind, and it's a quick read. So, yeah. All right, you guys, have a good day. Thanks for jumping on with me.